All right, here we go for modality on the C major in the Ionian. C major. If you got a way to make this kind of in the background with a sustain pedal or something, that'd be great. But you could hear it in your head as well. C, starting with your spider exercises, making yourself on the 3rd fret. We've got the open notes of D, G, and B for the 3rd. So if we scoot this and play with our 2nd finger, we stay between 2 and 5. 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5. Each one of these fingers should be already lined up on top of the string or in front of the fret as it chooses. The next one is going to be with our 1st finger, and we're going to be playing our 1st finger, 3rd finger, pinky. 3, 5, 7. The next is 3, 5, 7. Our 4th finger, our 4th fret is going to be played by our 2nd finger for our last half step, our B to C. So you still essentially have the last two that I did just has the 1st finger, 2nd finger, pinky, 1st finger, 2nd finger, pinky, and then slide your 1st over, and then your 2nd. It's an alright way to do it, but the best way to do it for smooth movements between your different scale degrees is 3, 1st finger, 3rd finger. So basically you're leaving your 2nd finger out so it can catch the 7th tone, the B. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The idea is if you could do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and each one of these, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then change it to 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll notice certain things happen with your fingers. So while you're actually like, for instance, like that last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to physically take my finger off of my 4th note, do, re, mi, fa, and bring it back to my tonic. So if I was soloing and I knew and I felt intrinsically in real time that I was going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to my 1, I would actually choose to play that C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, do, re, mi, fa, C, D, E, F, in a completely different phrasing so I can move 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I wanted to move down, I could keep moving that structure. The reason why it's important to learn in the C, because when you're in D or A and you move it up, the same thing still applies, because these patterns we're going to be doing are going to be versatile. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 7. Which leads us into that flat 7th. In the key of C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. If I flatten that B to a B flat, that now gives me a do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ta, which is a flat 7th, which is a C dominant 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, which is now called a Lydian mode for us. It starts on the 5th scale degree. So if we're in the key of C, C, D, E, F, G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What I would be doing is playing that B flat rather than the B through my whole C major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Both of those B's wouldn't be the major. The T, it would be the dominant. Not the diminished, it would be the dominant. Okay? So that is the Ionian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And then Lydian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And then our 4th scale degree, which is considered Lydian, is the exact same as the Ionian, the one we know, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, except the 4th scale degree is raised by a half step. So instead of having an F, we will have an F sharp. You're not going to be using your 2nd finger, but rather your 3rd finger, because now it's over the 4th fret. Do, 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 do. So finding your B flat in the Lydian, hearing that here and there is awesome. And then finding your F sharp in your C Lydian is also very awesome. So in Lydian, finding that B flat, in Lydian finding the F sharp, And then just in Ionian, knowing that you've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So if you move up to D or G, let's go with G. G has one sharp. That sharp is F sharp. That is the 7th tone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. It's a leading tone. So if I flatten that leading tone down a half step to an F and I add G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's my Mixolydian mode. If you're playing in the key of C Lydian or C Mixolydian, you basically play your C starting with your tonic, but then you change the influence of where the whole step, half step, whole step, half step should be by the tone at which you're at. So here's the cheat sheet. C is your 1, D is your 2, E is your 3, F is your 4. To get Lydian, and you don't remember that it's a raised 4th, you can just remember I know that Lydian is my major tone. I have Ionian, Lydian, and Mixolydian. So I've got my 1, my 4, and my 5 chord. C major, F major, G major. If I start on that note at... If I just do the, here's the F, right? F, G, A, B, C. If I continue the major chord, the C major scale, it gives me that raised 4th. Do, re, mi, fa. Because if I play do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, di, do, which would be Ionian from the 4 scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. I'd basically be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, an F major Ionian, but I'd be playing up higher. So was I playing in C Lydian? No, I was playing in F Ionian. But if I started on my tonic, 1, 2, 3, and raised my 4th, that would be C Lydian. And the reason why it's interesting, and I'll play some backing tracks for us here, is G, F, D, C, G, F, D, C. I could have a Ionian, 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 Ionian. Or I could have Mixolydian. Right? Oh, wait. Because I would have, in Mixolydian, I would have to have that D flat. Or D sharp rather, E flat. So, going through this and setting a backing track for yourself is very interesting. You could also, when we stumble into this, you'll see how you could do arpeggios using that scale degree. So if you were doing a Lydian arpeggio, starting off at, let's say, the 8th fret for your 1, your major chord, an F major. Let's say we're doing an F, we'd have 8, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 10. And that would exhibit that raised 4th for me. So when we get into do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and you're doing your scales here, after you get through your Ionian, try raising your 4th. Do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, la. That will give your Lydian influence, and then if you try the same thing with your Mixolydian by doing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, on all of your different ones. You can move through all the different keys and intervals between those. All that does is it gets your fingers strengthened and it develops muscle memory. So I would suggest record yourself with like a 3-chord backing track, maybe like a C to an F to a G, and then work on just your Ionian with doing like a do 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 do. Then go to Lydian. Raising only that 4th scale degree. You don't have to go that fast. You can go slow, and you don't have to do it all quarter, all in ascending, which is why it's fun from here on out. You get to make up your own lesson by going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, or 1, 5, 3, 4. Any variation of intervals you want, as long as it fits within that modal structure. So in C Lydian, if we had something other than just our scales moving up and down, we could have like also recognize how we learn the F sharp diminished, how that C Lydian fits extremely well in there. And I'll show you a different way to alt one of those notes in there to give you a different expression and a feeling over that chord. And remember when we're doing these, all these are tones and modality. The key takeaway is that the shapes that you make with your fingers, no matter if it's here or here, that shape moves the chord and structure so the frequency changes, but the concept doesn't. So even if we were working with, like, let's say in the key of C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, that B dim, you could do that half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step over the top of that and give yourself a rockin' mode. And that's the half step to whole step. You could also do whole step to half step. I really like the whole step to half step movement. Anywho, I hope that wasn't too much for us. If you need to, slow it down. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you this week. Aloha.